Hey everyone, welcome to Yoga with Adriene. I'm Adriene, and today on the foundations of almost said Loga. We're learning half moon or Ardha Chandrasana. This is an awesome and challenging pose that's full body strengthener. This is such a great thing to do in the foundations because we can really break it down and build from the ground up, from our foundation. I love this series. It's like yoga school. You get to go in and experiment a little more in the poses than maybe you can in a public class, or if you're just trying to get your workout done. So take off your shoes and let's learn or deepen half moon pose. All right, my friends, so to begin today, we're going to actually come on to all fours. Just a quick check-in to assist you when we get up on our feet in half moon. So essentially, we're checking in with this line from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. It's what Shiva Ray calls the danda, which I love, which in Sanskrit means staff or stick, which is quite literally, right, this line that carries us, that holds us up. So you can take a moment to just kind of visualize that line from the crown of the head all the way to the tip of the coccyx there. As you come to all fours and stack yourself in tabletop position. So we also have a yoga tips for tabletop position. Tabletop position video would actually be a really great video to also do if you're trying to grow Ardha Chandrasana. So here we are. Tabletop position, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. Press into the tops of your feet, press into all 10 fingerprints, and slowly begin to lift your knees, let them hover. It doesn't have to be a big lift here. In fact, keep it quite small. This isn't about impressing your dog or cat with your shape. This is about checking in with those abdominal muscles and checking in with this full body experience. A kind of sense of integrity. So rather than collapsing here, we're pressing away from the earth. We're remembering that the neck is a long, beautiful extension of the spine. Whew, I can tell I'm tired and sore. My body's like, ugh. Anyway, that's good. Press into the tops of the feet. One more breath here. Draw your navel up towards your spine. And on an exhale, slowly release. Curl the toes under. And then we can rotate the wrists here a couple times if we need to, and then we'll come up onto standing. So here we go. We're actually going to come into half moon today from triangle pose. So go ahead and take the feet nice and wide. There's the foundations of yoga for triangle pose too. If you want to check it out, turn the toes in. Take a second to stand up nice and tall. And then we'll take the right toes out here to start. So we'll inhale, send the fingertips out, lift your heart, lengthen the tailbone down. You can already begin to think about head, heart, and pelvis being in one nice line here as we lengthen the tailbone down, relax the shoulders, find length in the neck. Take a deep breath in, then on an exhale, send your hips back as you reach forward, reach, reach, reach. Keep length in both side bodies, in fact, in all four sides of the waist here as we come into our triangle. So we can make a little adjustments as needed. And then whenever you're ready, inhale, open your heart up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders down and away from the ears. So imagine your two shoulder blades coming together and melting down towards the base of the spine. We take a deep breath here. Then exhale, send your gaze down, begin to soften in your right knee. So if you have a block available, you can take your block here, but if not, no worries. We're going to bring the left hand to the waistline, and we're going to step the back foot up about halfway. So from here, I keep the length that I had in triangle, and I'm actually going to do it without the block at first, just in case you don't have a block. And we'll send the fingertips in front knees bent. I take a deep breath in, I soften through the back knee, and on an exhale, press into all four corners of that standing leg, your right foot here. So right away, I begin to brighten through my left foot. Now I can go into this pose super fast, but chances are, if you're watching this, you're a beginner or you're wanting to deepen your practice. So we're gonna slow her down. Fingertips are about 2 palms length away from your pinky toe here, and we just begin to lift that leg. So we're not even coming into the full pose here. Left hand's on the waistline, right fingertips on the earth. Now what I can begin to experiment with here is my head and neck. Even if you're looking at the video here, this is okay in this posture actually. to be looking at the video and then coming back down to focus, or keeping head out is fine if you're looking. So what I'm doing here is, again, drawing energy up from the center channel, imagining this line from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. So if the spine is kind of wilted here, see if you can grow a little tall through the crown and lengthen your neck. All right, then we might set that back foot down and lift up, take a little break here. Dance break. That seems like something my friend Hyla would do. Dance break. Okay, it's good to dance. One time recently I tried to do that in class to a particular song, and it took a while, but there was a lot of resistance. Like, girl, we do a lot of your things, Adriene, but we don't feel like dance breaking right now in the middle of our vinyasa. But later on, I did some dancing. Okay, so if you do have a block, you can bring it now. Again, it's about 1 block's worth or 2 palms worth away from that pinky toe. But we can also begin to grow this pose from the ground up without the block. So if you have it, great, we can use it. If not, no worries. Okay, here we go. Coming into our triangle, we take a deep breath in and exhale, tilt. Remember this length, this space, then soften through that front knee, and we'll bring that back foot up halfway. It's kind of like a, never mind. Okay, so fingertips are gonna come to the earth or palm to the block. I bend both knees, inhale in, exhale, lift off. This time, as I spiral my heart out to the side, I'm going to begin to lift that back leg. So, sorry, it's a little hard to do while I'm chatting. So, again, visualize this beautiful line from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone. Draw energy up from the arch of your right foot. Keep a soft bend in this right knee as you spread awareness through all 4 corners of that right foot. Now, I'm pressing into my left heel. I'm really engaging through that left foot, creating a full body experience as I extend from the crown of the head to the tip of the tailbone, and also tailbone, sit bone, really, to heel. Left hand can be on the waistline here as we relax the shoulders away. And remember what you had to do in your abdominal wall when you were in that hovering cat-cow, my friends. So as we grow the practice, we can open out here. Also, of course, we can do this from the earth. And think about just, again, gathering energy up from the earth. Take your time, slowly growing this practice, taking every muscle fiber along for the ride. Long extension through the neck. Everyone, charge through your left inner thigh. So even if we're here, we can begin to engage that foot, draw the navel in to meet the spine, and start to charge that left inner thigh. So again, this might be, check out this sexy pose. This might be your half moon today. And then here, and then here, and then here, and relaxing the shoulders down, and slowly we grow. So play a little bit here on the right side. Take breaks if you need to. Forward fold. We'll just take a couple more breaths here, playing with half moon on the right side. How can I create a full body experience? Drawing the shoulders away from the ears. Soft bend through the right knee, so don't lock that standing leg. Press into the left heel, charge that left inner thigh. Deep breath in, extend through the crown. And wherever you are, use an exhale to slowly unravel it back. With control, with grace. Cool, we will all come into a nice forward fold here. Grab the elbows, rock a little side to side. And then we'll tuck the chin into the chest and slowly roll it up. Take your time. Classy. Just notice a little hole in my pantaloons here. It's like somebody sent them like that. It's like distressed jeans. Now we're starting to sell distressed yoga pants with holes in them. Someone's going to steal that idea, and I'm okay with that. Okay. Here we go on the other side. So let's take the feet out wide. I'll go ahead and walk you through this triangle. If you're new to triangle, check out the foundations of triangle. Yummy, yummy posture. We'll turn both toes in, stand up nice and tall. Find that length. So the beauty of this series, Foundations of Yoga, is we just get to like slow it down, break it down. And then keep this length as you turn your left toes out. And we really press into the outer edge of that back foot for triangle. Inhale, send the fingertips out left to right. Exhale, moving into triangle, sending the hips back as we reach forward, long torso. And then we check it out here on the other side. So the reason I like to come to triangle first is kind of tilting into half moon from Tadasana for a beginner is a little much, but it eventually will become fun for you, I think. But also we keep this length and we don't forget about the underbody here. So chances are sometimes triangles kind of look like this. And so see if you can create a lot of space between your left earlobe and your left shoulder as you draw the shoulder blades in together and down. Cool, just see where you're at on this side. Notice, of course, it's different than the other. And then we're gonna go right into it. So we're gonna release right hand to the waistline, soften through this knee. Just see where you're headed here in front of that pinky toe. Then we're gonna soften through the back knee and hike it up halfway. Great, fingertips come out off the mat or on. I'm gonna actually center myself just so my frame looks good. And you know, as you practice with the block, you can always go different levels. Yes, we know. And here I go. Engaging energy, drawing energy up from the center channel here, a little Mula Bandha if you're familiar. Also playing with that navel to spine, Uddiyana Bandha. So drawing navel into the spine and we lift the big toe up. Flex that foot, find length. So if you're kind of here with the neck, remember, neck nice and long. As I fall out of it, yes. So here, again, we can just go to here, but chances are you're going to be holding on for dear life there instead of experiencing all this yummy yogic joy. So take your time, just lift one big toe off, even if you have experience. You might just take a moment here. You might notice if you're crashing down onto that left hand, and you might, just bring more consciousness into the body. Cool, then we're gonna go right into it from here. So wherever you are, and I'm gonna take my block away just to show you that if we don't have that block, it's okay. I'm gonna keep a soft bend in this left knee. And again, maybe you just stay here, my friends, playing. Or maybe you begin to open up. Use your breath. Draw energy up from that left foot, but keep a soft bend in that left knee as you open out. Not everything has to happen at once, my friends, so you can work on charging that back leg and then tend to the shoulders. So slowly going through your checklist as you extend through the crown of the head, charge that right inner thigh, and eventually we're opening up through the rib cage, right? Drawing that left rib cage up and under. And then I just took my gaze up and fell out. That's what it's all about. So there's a little playtime for you and me. Left side is definitely different than the right for me. And talking. So a couple more breaths here. Keep playing on this side again. We're anywhere. We're here, we're here, we're here. Sometimes it is nice to practice this against a wall. You can press that right heel right up against the wall. And wherever you are, take one more deep breath in, smile, and exhale with control. See if you can slowly, with control, unravel back to that forward fold. Awesome, everyone, hang here. Bend your knees generously. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Then we press into all four corners of the feet. And once again, slowly roll it up. Mountain pose. Tadasana.